What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again with another Operation Trebuchet news update. We have a lot of cool stuff to show off to you guys, but I think we can get through this pretty quick, so we're going to try and do that. Starting us off, we have the M247H handheld variant shown off by Thomas. Looks like they're doing handheld animations for proper holding. Of course, not there yet. I'm hoping we can see this for the Spartan version. That hasn't been talked about, but either will require some animation work, which ends up being kind of difficult sometimes. Fingers crossed, though, looking awesome. However, staying on the topic of the M247H, I was not expecting this, but it makes a lot of sense. We are seeing model updates to the M247Hs that are in-game already, so the shielded and unshielded tripod variants of the M247H will be getting an overhaul. Again, I wasn't expecting this because the two versions we'd shown off so far were the mounted version for the Pelican and, of course, George's variant. Either way, exciting stuff to me. Moving over to something a little bit smaller, however, we have the traffic cone. The traffic cone got a bit of an update. This was being worked on by Milton and Freeman. However, Ethan has taken over the project a bit. He updated the model, he textured the model, and it is now in-game and ready to be used on the development side of things. I actually don't know if this has made it into the dev build yet. I don't believe it has, but it has made it into the game and is ready to go for at least the developers to use on their end. Now this next one is the Pelican, and this one has a lot of conjecture around it because there is no context we're given about this Pelican. Thomas basically made a comment about the number of triangles and vertices on this thing, and we don't really have too much information on it beyond that. I don't know if this is something that they were looking at using for a model to integrate as a new Pelican, basically kind of like what they've been doing with the Spartan armor, you know, where it was donated, or in the case of the Pulse Carbine, where they actually went out to somebody who said, hey, this is a free model to use, just give me credit. I don't know if that's the case here, but it looks like there is a potential for them to be going out and updating the Pelican here. Again, we don't have any context from the development team, so really everything I'm saying there is a lot of just guesswork. But fingers crossed, guys. Personally, it's something I've been waiting for a long time. However, let's go ahead and switch it over to First Contact. So First Contact, I've only got one thing to show off, which is a new update coming for the AA Wraith, which is a flak mode. In the flak mode, as you guys can see in the video, the turrets raise up, and it gets basically rapid fire for the fuel rod guns up there, and it creates flak. It's pretty crazy looking. I don't know how it is on performance, but Thomas says it seems to be pretty good on performance. He hasn't noticed any frame drops or anything using it, and I'm sure it's going to be all sorts of hectic chaos for fighter jets having to go up against this thing. It's pretty interesting looking. I'm just still hoping that we can get the alternating fire between the Wraith turrets at some point here, because it's still kind of weird just watching it all launch from one side. But hey, anyways, let's move over to Community. So starting us off on Community, we are back with Ethan again with his vehicle here. We've shown off previous versions of this vehicle on the channel in the past, but I don't think we've actually shown off any of the work in progress stuff for this vehicle previously. It's definitely shaping up, though. Obviously, he's got the vehicle in-game. He's got it textured. It is still missing stuff. I do believe it's due a turret, and I'm not sure if the texture's finalized or if the wheels are going to be textured or anything like that in the future. But there it is, and it is definitely shaping up to be pretty good. So I'm definitely interested to see how this thing actually turns out and see what the community thinks of it once they get their hands on it. But that's not the only thing Ethan is working on. Ethan is also working on something which, functionally to me, is probably nothing I'm ever going to use, but I'm still very excited for, way more hyped than what I probably should be, which is a deployable bridge designed to be dropped by helicopters or Pelicans via sling load. So you basically pick this thing up with a sling load, and then you just drop it off wherever you need to deploy this bridge. Obviously, some mods have recently gotten or I should say a DLC. The Global Mobilization DLC got a bridge layer, which is pretty cool. But this is definitely something that feels like it's out of Halo because of the Halo. Was it Halo Reach? I said Halo 3 at one point, but Halo Reach deployable bridge, which is really neat, and I definitely like it. I don't know how much I'll actually use it, but I like it. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep moving on. I rambled a little too long there, but we've got the first MEU, and the first MEU is working on a bunch of more Covenant stuff. So we've got weapons crates, and the weapon crates are way more awesome than what I was expecting them to even be. They are going to have animations in which they pop open, and you'll be able to see what weapons are inside of them. When you take a weapon off, it will take the weapon off. So it's basically just like the ODST weapon racks, which is really cool. It also looks like they potentially got a bit of a model update on the side, adding a little bit more detail and stuff, which is really awesome as well. So I'm excited for that stuff. Then we get to see the Ghost, and the Ghost is looking absolutely gorgeous. Not much to say. I mean, we get a few action shots of it, and we've got a shot of a number of ghosts working in the dark, which is really cool here. It's a great looking model. It's definitely shaping up here. You know, it's good looking textures and materials and stuff, and just exciting. I'm really looking forward to using the Ghost and stuff myself here. And then we've got a mystery thing. This is some sort of new needle weapon. We don't really know anything about it. As far as I'm aware, this is not from any Halo model that's currently in existence. It's not from the needle rifle. It's not from the vampire. It's not from the grunt mech or any concept art that I saw offhand. Maybe it's for a new needler launcher or something. It looks like it's kind of designed like a missile launcher, so I'm guessing these are going to be much larger needles than what we might think they're going to be, especially given the next little video clip that we're going to see, which is a giant anti-air needle hitting a Pelican, which, you know, who could say for sure whether or not that's going to be the case, but it's a pretty big needler. And it hits, the thing is that throws me off is it hits the Pelican head on, so I'm not really sure if that was a ground-based AA or something from a vehicle or not, but I'm pretty excited either way. And then wrapping us up, we've got probably what will be the biggest news, literally, for this video, which is a work in progress by the first MEU on a Scarab. The first MEU is literally going to try and go out and get functioning Scarabs, which is going to be freaking nuts if they get that thing working properly. I'm definitely rooting for them on that one. That's going to be a really big challenge. It looks like they're probably doing that one from the ground up as a model themselves, whereas some of this other stuff is open-sourced models, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I'm also wondering if it's possible that the needle launcher might be from the Scarab, but who knows. Again, there's a lot of potential things that could be. It could have been a ground-based anti-air needler, you know, that was like a handheld like launcher. It could have been a big needler AA platform, who knows. Anyways, guys, that is it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I want to know what excited you guys the most from this week's video, and what would you guys like to see the most in Operation Trebuchet or any of these side mods going forward. Alright, guys, that is it for this week. Take it easy. I'll see you all in the next one.